If you're an experienced medical assistant and you know you work hard, you know you're a good worker, you know you're a great medical assistant, don't be afraid to ask for a raise. Like I always tell people, the worst you can get is a yes or a no. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a few times where I think is the best time to ask for a raise. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. My name is Kendra, aka Miss K. I'm a medical assistant instructor. I teach clinical and administrative skills. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I wanted to talk about this because my students asked me, a few of my students have asked me, like, Miss K, how much money do I ask for? How do I know when I can ask for a raise? First of all, going in, it's okay to ask for what you want. Now, you may not get it, but it's okay. At least you tried, right? So starting out, medical assistants, it varies. How much you'll make when you first start out. So I can't even give you a number because it depends on where you work, the practice you're working in. It's just so many different things that goes into it, whether it's a private office or big company, and even then it's hard to say because especially now with COVID, it's just so different. Like one of my students, she started off making the same dollar amount that I was making as her instructor. The school that I was working at formerly, I was making a certain number, and she literally was started with that same number, maybe a dollar. So it was like it was either it or very close to it, to the point where I was like, "Wow, you are making what I'm making." That's how much they wanted her, and it was during the pandemic. So that'll lead me to the first thing. I'll say now is the best time to ask for more money. So during the pandemic, many people left their jobs. Why? Because many people got sick and never went back. Some people, they lost family members and just couldn't return. People were just going through so many different things, and many people have not returned back. So there is a shortage of medical assistants. There had always been a shortage of nurses, especially during COVID. So still a shortage of nurses. And so, I mean, and this is everywhere. Just about every profession that I know of, they are short. Like one of my friends, she is a principal at a school. Well, her daughter's a principal at a school, and she needed teachers, and she reached out to me, asked me if I knew teachers. So I reached out to my teacher friend and see if she knew somebody, and she's like, look, it's short everywhere. So there's just a shortage everywhere, and because of this, companies are more desperate, so they are willing to pay more. This is why my student, like I said, she was getting paid very good money for her very first job. But number two, I'll say, if you've been there for a year, okay, so that's the perfect time. Once you've been there for a year, you know you've been doing well. Now let's be real. If you know you've been calling out, coming to work late, you know you had a write up or two, or just had some issues, just be real, okay? Be real with yourself. If you know you've been coming in, giving your all, it's been over a year or more, and you've been giving it your all, you haven't got a raise, and you feel like you deserve more money, go ahead and ask. It doesn't hurt. Like I said, the worst that they can say is yes or no. They can't fire you for asking for more money. So never be afraid to at least ask. If you don't ask, nothing is going to happen. Also, if you take on an additional role, okay, ask for more money. Why? Because your title has technically changed. Once you take on an additional role, you're now operating not just as a clinical medical assistant. Let's say now you have to do front desk. Now you are an administrative medical assistant. So if you're taking on an additional role, ask for more money. That happened with me. I'm a clinical. They had me doing check-in and check-out. So guess what? I asked for more money. Ask for more money. Your role has changed. Another thing, if you happen to get hired somewhere part-time or PRN, your dollar amount that you're offered, you can ask for more money. So going there, you want to ask for a higher amount than what they maybe advertise. And because you are not full-time, then you don't qualify for benefits, they can afford to pay you a decent dollar amount. So if you're going to work somewhere part-time or PRN and you don't qualify for benefits, ask for what you want, okay? So this was just a few things. I wanted to make this video quick. I can always add more if they come to mind, if you want me to. If you guys can think of any thing, let me know down below. As always, feel free to email me if you have any questions or video suggestions. My email will be down below. And you can also leave it in the comments as well, because I'm curious to know, have any of you guys had to ask for a raise? How did you do so? How did it go? How are things going now? Are you making the money that you were hoping to make? I'm just curious to see how things are going for you. If this video was valuable to you, go ahead and like it. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so if you want to hear more content from me. And as always, thank you again for visiting my channel. Be blessed.